Hey gang, welcome back. Alright, let's go into our collection now because we're doing the DC Dual Force. Dual Force references both of the leaders. We are doing Anarchy. We are going to look at the Anarchy decks. So we're going to make a new deck. Yeah, and we're going to go with Anarchy. So the archetype, there's one of 5 archetypes right now. Might, Energy, Tactics, Anarchy, and Tyranny. Your sub-archetype is how you're playing them. So are you playing them like Arkham Inmate? Because the Joker has 3 action. Joker gets +2 damage this turn and fires 4 shots that deal 1 damage at random enemies. If you have an Arkham Inmate, you charge the Joker. So when you trigger that with an Arkham Inmate, so an Arkham Inmates are their own archetype. It's a sub-archetype within Anarchy. And you're only going to find discard within them. So if we look at both Anarchy and Tyranny, let's look at the actual cards. And we're going to discard, D-I-S-C-A-R, discard. You're only going to find discard. And with everything, all the cards possible, makes no difference with show unowned. There's only 9 possible discard cards. And one of them is in Tyranny. So you can't say I'm playing a Superman discard because Superman is Might, and Might has no discards at all. So your archetype's going to become, so what? Might Shield, Might Buff, Energy Spell, Energy Damage, Tactics Draw, Tactics Gadget, which is Batman. So the sub-archetypes are very limited to what they can do, and they all play really different. Now you can mesh them together, but why would I play 2 decks of 20 cards when I could play 1 deck of 40 cards? So that's where my logic comes in. But for our leaders, we are going to Doomsday. After an enemy leader is knocked out, charge Doomsday twice. So you kill an enemy leader, he gets charged back up. So you charge him twice, he's going to get 2 energy. So, and then Doomsday gets +10 this turn when he does attack, which is beefy wicked. Harley Quinn, another leader. Adrenaline. Adrenaline, when your hand is empty, this ability is active. So if you have no cards at the end of your turn, you're going to draw a card with Harley Quinn. But for 2 action points, ability points, Harley Quinn gets +3 damage this turn. And you have to be playing a very specific discard deck to really get this to work. Harley Quinn, this ability, I wouldn't be surprised if they changed it past open beta, because they got to rework this because it's just not really working that well. So discard Harley Quinn? Nah, not yet. And this is just an alternate art for the same thing. I don't really care for alternate arts. I'm more of a what's working than cosmetics. Then we have the Joker. 3 action points. The Joker gets 2 damage this turn and fires 4 shots that deal 1 damage at random enemies. If you have an Arkham Inmate, charge the Joker. So basically with Arkham Inmate, I fire that off. 2 turns later, I can start firing again. And this works really good with firepower. Instead of hitting damage 1, if you have 1 firepower, he's going to hit twice. So you know what? After review this, let's build a firepower deck. So we're going to bring in the Joker. Yep. And then we're going to have Harley Quinn. Because why not? Nah. We need a beefy tank. So we're going to go with Doomsday. Let's go ahead and label this Laughing Power. L-A-U-G. Laughing Firepower. Laughing Firepower. Cool. Alright. And then our cards now. Alright. Looking at recruits for Anarchy. Oh, let's get rid of the discard tag. So these are our options for gold. A Mazo. 9 damage, 6 defense. He's just a Mazo, I guess. Atrocious. After any character is dealt damage, Atrocious gets +1. And that's really amazing when you start using Green Lantern's abilities to drop all damage to everyone. That dude gets really beefy really quick. So, but if you do 2 damage to one character, he still gets 1. So, Bizarro, oh man, the shock of this thing. So he gets a shield. If Bizarro's in your back row, swap each player's back row with their front row. That means their leaders aren't hidden anymore. They come straight to the front. And now you get to have fun with the beatdowns. But we're making a firepower deck. Lethal. After an enemy is knocked out on your turn, ready dick stroke. That means he gets to attack again. Parting shot. Return Doomsday to your hand. This guy never dies because Doomsday's part of our leader. He's going in. Enchantress. Firepower +2. Your cards and abilities that deal non-combat damage equal to your total firepower. So, firepower 2, which means, wham. After friendly Arkham inmate is knocked out, deal 4 damage to an enemy. With 1 Enchantress, they're going to deal 6. So, with Joker on the battlefield, you knock out my guy, I'm coming back. So I got 5 gold leaders. Then we have the Reverse Flash. Flurry means he can attack twice each turn, and speed. As soon as he comes out, he can attack, but he can only attack leaders. So, but he's hitting 10 times a turn. So, he's coming out. Yep. Then Bizarro, if we get them to the front, oh man, it's going to be great. So, alright. Now let's look at our gold actions. Bazooka, deal 8 damage to an enemy leader. So with firepower, that's going to go up. Yep. Each friendly Arkham inmate makes a bonus attack at random. Adrenaline, give them +2. Adrenaline means his hands have to be empty. And we're all about that firepower. Surprise! Summon a gold recruit from your opponent's deck. If your hand's empty, you give them speed. So, then we have Unending Ruin. Destroy the top 5 cards of your opponent's deck. Create 2 free copies of Unending Ruin in your deck, then draw a card. So, you could be playing a lot of Unending Ruins. Alright, now we're going to go to recruits for the silver. Again, we're looking for firepower. On deploy, deal 5 damage to an enemy leader, so. Yep. At the end step, exhaust enemy leader. That means every end step, the enemy leaders get tired and they're not doing anything. Adrenaline Hunter. Yep. Copperhead. Count of Virgo. Count Vertigo. Each player discards a random card and draws a card. We're not doing discard. Cupid. Deploy. Discard a card. Deal 6 damage to a random enemy. With firepower, that thing will go up accordingly. A Deadshot. Firepower. There we go. Let's add to that firepower. Giganta. When you deploy, you discard a card. This is what I meant by you want to do a discard with Harley. You got to get serious about it. Because Adrenaline. After you play an Anarchy card, Harley gets +2 the turn. And that's cool that you're throwing down Anarchy cards. But if your hand's empty, she gets flurried to attack twice. And it's kind of hard to keep your hand empty with her. What are some other guys? Parasite, when he deploys, does 1 damage to 2 random enemy recruits. Parasite gets +1 for each damage dealt. With firepower, that's going to go up. So he goes into the deck. Hunter, deploy. Your recruits with Hunter deal double damage to leaders they attack this turn. And we're not doing that because we're looking at the firepower. Parting shot. Solomon Grundy. When he dies, you bring him back. When he dies the second time, he's dead. So he's born on the Monday. He's ready on a Tuesday. Then the cheetah hunter, but you gotta have an empty hand to get the speed out of her. So let's look at our curve so far. Okay, not many actions. So let's look at our actions. Crack shot, you have firepower +1 this turn. So I drop that. Then Joker. Transform a damaged friendly recruit into Eclipso with 3 charges. Who is Eclipso? I don't know. Summon 2 Arkham inmates from the top half of your deck. We're not doing an Arkham deck. Joker Toxin. After you play or discard this, deal 5 damage to random enemy leader. Yep. Absolutely. Discard your hand at the start of your next turn. Draw 2 cards. We're good. Mr. Mixopixel's Mischief. Replace your deck with random, super rare, and ultimate cards. This is fun because you don't know what you get. You want to talk about on turn 3 going the ultimate. You can put any kind of deck you want together. When you drop this, oh man, things just get crazy because you get all 5 colors that are going to start playing. It's great. The bigger they are, knock out an enemy with 5 or more power. Absolutely. As long as they don't have aura, we can go with it. Alright, now we're going into the bronze. What do we have for bronze recruits? Magdala? Magdala? Yeah. So, Adrenaline, he has +3 my turn. If my hand's empty, he attacks randomly. Then we have Clayface. After you deploy another Arkham inmate, Clayface gets +2/+1. So, Lethal. Knocking damage to any recruit. Knock out any recruit discard damages. You do 1 damage, knock them out. Lethal plus ambush is going to be amazing if you can make it happen. Because you just start sniping the battlefield. Yep. But when they come out, the first time they exhaust each enemy leader. Make them tired, remove their charges. Man-Bat. Speed. Attacks on the turn is deployed. On the start of your turn, return to your hand, so he's good for knocking out the weenies. A weenie is any card with only 1 damage, because with 1 damage, because they can only attack you with 1. So if they're 1/2 or 1/3, you can survive with Man-Bat but still kill them. So he's good for knocking out the weenies. Mr. Freeze. Exhaust an enemy leader and deal 3 damage to him. So you notice with Anarchy, you can exhaust the leaders. You can keep the enemy from using their leader's abilities if you time it right. And then you do 3 damage to them. But Mr. Freeze go in my deck because firepower. Yep. Oh, wrong one. Trickster. After you discard a card, deal 3 damage to random enemy leader. Whoops. That's wrong. I was looking at the wrong thing. There we go. Exhaust an enemy leader and deal 3 damage to him. Onomatopoeia. Onomatopoeia. Firepower. Lethal. Any damage is enough to kill. While you have the Joker leader, firepower 1. Absolutely. We need more firepower. Trickster after you discard a card, but I don't have anything that I'm discarding. Deploy. Choose an enemy recruit. Flip a coin to the side. Knock them out or draw a card. So this is good if someone has like Superman with shield. You can just knock them out or draw a card. After you deploy another Arkham inmate, play Shoot Randomly. Shoot Randomly is great, especially with firepower. So how many inmates? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So 6. So right now I've got 6 Arkham Asylum inmates. Oh, nope, 7 with the Joker. Okay, 7. Yep, 8. So now we look at our actions for shoot randomly. What are our bronze actions? Shoot randomly. Fire 3 shots that deal 1 damage to random enemies. Not with firepower. Yep. Deal 4 damage to a random enemy recruit. Firepower is going to be bigger. Yep. If all your spaces are full, knock out an enemy recruit. Anytime we can just get a free removal, absolutely. Summon Julie and Punch. Summon rioters to your empty spaces. Give a friendly recruit +1 damage and firepower 1. Discard your card. Give recruits 2+ in your deck. We're not doing discard. Give your recruits +2 this turn. We don't care. So we need to summon rioters into our empty spaces so we can combo Mob Justice. While your spaces are full, knock out an enemy recruit. A simple removal, provided they don't have evade, works amazing. And then we're going to give someone firepower. So this is our laughing firepower. Then let's see what we got for free. Looking at the recruits. The free recruits, Kite Man can only attack leaders. Then you have Murdius Mugger. So as a hunter, he can hit the back row. He can hit characters wherever they are. The back row is protected. He's an Arkham inmate, but he can only attack leaders. And we don't need him. Nope. Alright, I'm liking this curve. 18, 12, and 10. Let's go. So if we divide by 2, it'll be a 9, a 6, 5. Okay. Yeah, common denominators. 9, 6, 2. Then we got 2 prime numbers of people to energy. To actions. Let's go. Yes, we're saving. So those are all the Anarchy decks that we have. And let's go ahead and search all the cards for firepower. Let's open everything. Let's look at firepower. Alright, so for firepower, we got 2 greens. We got a bunch of... what's going on here? Cards with firepower, right? Yeah. So of all the cards, action recruits across all 5 archetypes. Bronze, firepower. Yeah. Oh, because I'm not looking at a specific deck, I guess. Silver, green. So you notice how we got green and orange. Yep, green and orange for the firepower. Then we have our leaders for firepower. Yep. Only the Joker has firepower for Anarchy. So you'd have to combine him with someone from the green, which would be a better option, like Shazam. Because even though he's creating 6 lightning bolts, you would do, an Anarchy. So yeah, you'd probably do... You can seek a magic spell, but we want the Shazam cards because... let's remove firepower. Because we have a person that will allow you to copy. Yeah, so he creates 3 lightning bolts in your deck. Lightning bolts in your deck. After you play that, he gets +2. Naomi gets 1. Flurry. Let's see. Firepower. Yeah, Booster Gold's firepower. Give a friendly recruit firepower 1. So yeah, you can see where green has firepower. Yeah. Deal 3 damage to all characters. Someone's gonna get buffed out of that, like Atrocious. Yeah. Freddie Freeman. After you play an action, create 2 copies of it in your deck. So that's you're gonna want to copy. You're gonna you're going to want to put in this deck. Freddie Freeman, after you play an action, create 2 copies of it in your deck, which is wicked. So, and you see they had some firepower in here for the greens. Lightning bolts, you know. Yep. Deal 3 damage to each enemy, 5 damage to enemies. So, with firepower, that's only going to increase higher and higher. So, might. And so here, you just have a bunch of shields and guards and beefy. You don't really have firepower. You're not going to find firepower in red. They just don't have it. So, unfortunately, though, that's just the way it is. You know, no firepower. No firepower. So, all right, we're going to throw down some Anarchy. And then, actually, we're going to stop this here. We're going to end it with Anarchy here. And when I see you again, when you come on back, gang, we are going to actually throw down Anarchy. All right. See y'all around. See you next time, gang.